Ralph Waldo Emerson was born in Boston, Massachusetts, on May 25, 1803. He grew up in a time when America was a young country, still growing and changing. Emerson would become one of the most important thinkers and writers in American history. He was a philosopher, poet, and essayist, but most of all, he was a person who wanted to share his ideas with the world. Emerson went to Harvard University when he was a young man. At Harvard, he worked hard in his studies. He loved to read and think about big ideas. He was very interested in philosophy, which is the study of life and the world. After finishing his studies, Emerson became a minister. He worked as a pastor, leading a church in Boston. However, he soon realized that he wanted to do more than just preach in church. He wanted to share his thoughts and ideas with a larger group of people. This led him to leave the church and become a writer and speaker. Emerson's ideas were very new and different. He believed that people should trust their own thoughts and feelings. He thought that each person has their own unique ideas and talents. Instead of following what other people said or did, Emerson encouraged people to trust themselves. He called this self-reliance. He thought that when people listen to their own hearts and minds, they can become the best version of themselves. This idea was very powerful, and many people loved it. One of the most famous works by Emerson is an essay called Self-Reliance. In this essay, Emerson talks about the importance of independence. He says that people should not try to copy others, but instead, they should be true to who they really are. Emerson believed that everyone has a special voice, and they should listen to that voice rather than trying to fit in with what everyone else is doing. He believed that the world would be better if people followed their own paths. In addition to self-reliance, Emerson also believed in the power of nature. He thought that nature was full of wisdom. He believed that by looking at nature, people could understand important truths about themselves and the world. In 1836, Emerson wrote a book called Nature, where he shared his thoughts on how nature can teach us important lessons. He said that nature is a reflection of the human mind. If people pay attention to the world around them, they can learn more about who they are and what they believe. Emerson loved to walk in the woods, watch the trees, and feel the power of the natural world. Emerson did not just write books and essays. He was also a very important speaker. He traveled around the United States, giving lectures to large audiences. His speeches were full of energy and ideas. People loved to listen to him because he made them think. He encouraged people to look at the world in new ways, to trust their own ideas, and to be brave enough to follow their own paths. Many famous American writers and thinkers were inspired by Emerson's ideas. One of these people was Henry David Thoreau, who became a close friend of Emerson's. Thoreau was inspired by Emerson's ideas about nature and independence. Thoreau even went to live in a small cabin in the woods to experience nature in a deeper way. Other writers, such as Walt Whitman and Margaret Fuller, were also influenced by Emerson's thoughts. These writers were part of a larger movement called Transcendentalism. This was a new way of thinking that emphasized the importance of individualism, nature, and the power of the mind. In one of his most famous quotes, Emerson said, "Do not go where the path may lead, go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." This quote encourages people to be brave and follow their own dreams, even if they are different from what others expect. Emerson believed that everyone has a unique purpose in life, and they should not be afraid to follow it, even if it means taking a different direction than everyone else. Throughout his life, Emerson continued to write and speak. He wrote many essays, poems, and books that became very important in American literature. His ideas about nature, self-reliance, and independence were very influential. Even though Emerson passed away in 1882, his ideas continue to inspire people today. Emerson's work reminds us of the importance of trusting ourselves and thinking for ourselves. His words encourage us to look at nature with new eyes and to find meaning in the world around us. He taught us that by being true to who we are and following our own path, we can live meaningful and fulfilling lives. Ralph Waldo Emerson's life and work are important because they help us understand how to live a better life. His thoughts encourage us to be confident, independent, and connected to the natural world. Even though he lived more than 100 years ago, his ideas are still relevant today. Many people still read his books, listen to his speeches, and try to live by his ideas. Emerson's words have shaped the way we think about the world, and his legacy will continue to inspire people for many years to come. Emerson's life shows us that we can all make a difference by following our hearts and being true to ourselves. He believed that each person has a special voice that should be heard. If we listen to that voice and trust ourselves, we can live meaningful, happy lives. Emerson's ideas have helped to create a world where people are encouraged to be individuals, think for themselves, and find their own path. His influence will continue to shape the way we think and live for many years to come. In conclusion, Ralph Waldo Emerson was a person who changed the way people think about life. He believed in the power of nature, the importance of self-reliance, and the need for everyone to follow their own path. Through his writing and speeches, Emerson inspired many people to be true to themselves and live meaningful lives. His ideas still resonate with people today, and his work continues to be an important part of American literature and philosophy. Emerson's message is clear: trust yourself, follow your heart, and always look for wisdom in the world around you.